Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another session of Peeking Over the Fence, and I am Rich Landy. Welcome. This is for financial advisors or their teams who might be considering their next transition opportunity. And as you know, we are Bridgemark Strategy, an independent recruiting firm, but we work for you, the financial advisor. Again, welcome to this session, and this session is a hot one. It is getting hot out there, and I got to tell you, the transition packages that we're seeing in the marketplace are heating up. Let's just jump into this. 4 areas I'd like to touch. Independent transition package, the wirehouse, the regional transition package number 2. 3, you owe taxes on that money you're given. So we want to talk about tax considerations. And number 4, just a few tips on the buyer beware, those things you really need to pay attention to. So let's get started. It is pretty amazing. We're in the fourth quarter. We are starting to see deals in the independent space that were initially 30 or 40 or 50% of your T12, now go to 50, 60, 70% of T12. Very aggressive. Actually, some have peaked in the 80 and 100%, not a T12. Some throw in a back-end bonus based on your assets that you bring in, usually advisory, that go on their platform, and they'll bump you another 10, 20, 30 basis points on those assets. That gives you a very aggressive deal. Independent 1099s is pretty awesome out there. 2, wirehouses, regionals, 150, 200%, 300% deals. Again, very amazing. Typically, you're going to see 150%, maybe 200% just straight up front. But be aware, some firms are going to require 1, 2, 3, or 4 years for you to hit back-end bonuses. And that can be a structure of a combination. Maybe part of it's revenue bonuses based on hitting targets, or it could be assets under management targets over that period of time. Again, you've got to hit those bonuses in order for you to get that 200, 250, 300 plus deal. We'll talk about that in buyer beware. 3, let's talk about tax considerations, right? So the money that pay you as a bonus up front, your transition money, you actually owe taxes on that, and we know that's going to be ordinary income tax. Also, please be aware, know that you have to pay it back on an annual basis. Typically, let's just say it's a 7-year term, a 7-year note. That means 1/7 over that 7 years, you need to pay taxes on this money. Now, many firms, not all firms, they'll coach you through this, will take out very little taxes in years 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4. When I say little taxes, that means 2, 3, 4, 5%. It all depends on the firm. What they want to do is make sure you have a runway to ramp up your revenues, ramp up your business, and take home that income. But by doing that and pushing it to the latter years, years 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 could be huge tax years. So you want to understand, what are your tax ramifications? What am I going to take home in my paycheck? That's so important. So let's jump into number 4. Just again, buyers beware. Know the taxes that you owe on your notes. How are they paid back so you can understand what your paycheck's going to look like every month. Have them run through an example, whether it's a 7-year, 8-year, 10-year note, and do that in writing. Please be conscientious and go through. If you have a deal that's 1, 2, or 3, or 4 years in term, what are your bonus structures there? What are your targets? How are your targets calculated? And if I miss any one target, do I get paid on that? Short answer is usually not. Or does it affect all your other target bonuses? You need to understand those. And again, if you miss it, do I get paid? Got to know these things. Now, in summary, we just went through the independent transition packages, really crazy. The wirehouse and the regionals, as crazy as ever. They're trying to compete with with the independents who are competing toe-to-toe now with the wires. This is the best time to be in business and considering your next transition. Tax considerations, and lastly, buyer beware. Listen, I hope this has helped you out. If you like what you've seen, if you need to learn more, or just have a general question, come on, peek over the fence with me. There's no cost, there's no obligation. Maybe it's your turn. Peek over the fence. I look forward to hearing from you. You have all my contact information in front of you. I wish everybody an awesome week.